Ciao everyone, my name is Sarah Smagala and I am a senior arts and entertainment management major, a part of the Lubin School of Business, and today I'm going to be telling you about my study abroad journey. So in fall 2019, I had the opportunity to study abroad in Florence, Italy at the Florence University of the Arts. Today I'm repping my sweatshirt from them. It was such an amazing opportunity and I just wanted to dive a little bit in depth about my experience as well as the experience of studying abroad at Pace University. So my study abroad experience was a full semester, the full fall semester where I left in the end of August and came back in early December. So me and 6 other students from Pace University all went to go study abroad together at Florence University of the Arts. It was so great to be able to have some students from Pace there as well, so if I was ever homesick, there was someone there to talk to about New York City life and life in the United States in general. So I actually had the opportunity to room with the 4 other girls from Pace University in our Italian villa, and it was so amazing to be able to come back to school in the spring, still be best friends with them and see them in the hall and kind of reminisce about those amazing experiences we had together. One of the coolest things about studying abroad was definitely being able to meet people from all different kinds of cultures and make new connections all around the world. So we did meet a lot of locals that we became friends with, but our school was a big study abroad school, so a lot of our students in the area were from the United States. So it was still really cool to be able to meet new people even from the United States, whether they were from Kentucky or California, just because again, it was a different perspective and different college life than we were used to at Pace University. The food and culture in Italy was definitely one of the main reasons why I wanted to study abroad in Florence. There's tons of pizza, tons of pasta, tons of gelato, so if you're someone that's such a foodie like me, I definitely recommend Italy. But besides the food, there's a lot of great culture as well. So many different art museums, famous Italian Renaissance artwork, architecture to see right when you're walking down the street every day. The hustle and bustle of New York City did not follow me to Florence, Italy. When I was walking down the street, I tried to zoom to my class, get there so fast. Everyone on the street would look at me. The locals would be so confused on why I was trying to get somewhere in such a hurry. Italians love to take their time. If you're eating at a coffee shop, you have your espresso right there. Nothing's to go there. There's also not really such thing as iced coffee. You're not gonna find Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks in Florence, Italy, but you will find some amazing cappuccinos and espresso. So my experience was amazing. I got to take a lot of different courses that pertain to my major, as well as a few fun courses here and there. Some of my courses included Intro to Marketing, Global Economics, as well as International Management, and those 3 courses were more focused within my major studies. However, I did take 2 fun courses where I got to take Food and Wine Pairing, as well as the History of the Italian Renaissance. The business of arts and entertainment management is handled much differently in Europe than it is in the United States. And it was really cool to be able to learn from business professionals from Italy hands-on in the classroom about how business life is different. For my 2 fun courses, I decided that I wanted to take 2 electives that were really going to help me dive into the culture of Italy as a whole while I was there. The first class I got to take was History of the Italian Renaissance. The Italian Renaissance was always something we touched upon in school, back in high school, but to be able to see the artwork in real life right in front of you is really an amazing opportunity. So definitely take advantage of those cultural courses to be able to get to know a little bit more about the area you're going to be living in. Warning, this video does not condone underage drinking. The legal drinking age in Italy is 18, whereas in the United States it is 21. I am not condoning underage drinking. One of my favorite courses I took was Pairing Food and Wine, where we got to learn from an Italian sommelier, which is a wine professional, about the different aspects of pairing food and Italian wine. We got to visit a lot of different wineries, taste a lot of different cheese and cured meats from the area, and pair them what we thought was our best pairing of Italian wine. And yes, when you study abroad, you do have to go to school. But I will say there's a lot of opportunities for traveling. I myself did go to 9 different countries. Some of my favorite cities included Amsterdam, London, and Paris. I did travel a lot with some really cool travel companies that students recommended when I went to Florence. Those 2 companies were Smart Trips and Bus to Alps. So I definitely recommend that if you do study abroad, try to find if there's any student-developed travel companies around you, because you can get some really great discounts, and it's super easy because they plan the entire trip for you. It can be a little stressful thinking about getting a hotel, getting airfare, having enough money, what kind of currency does that country have, and those travel companies really take care of all of that and help you along the way, while also planning some really great events in the different countries. So I definitely recommend getting in touch with those travel companies once you get to your location. So steps in the process. There are a lot of steps, I will say that. So do start this process as early as possible. But the Study Abroad office is really great at being able to guide you along those steps and making sure that you have a clear, organized checklist that you can check off every time you finish something. First, you have to choose a place to go. Location is super important for the different experiences you want to have, so keep that in mind when you're looking. It's not just about do they have your major there, it's also about what kind of food do you want to eat, what other places do you want to go, what culture and experiences do you want to learn about. I myself was really interested in the whole food and wine culture in Italy, as well as in terms of the history, including art and architecture. So being able to study abroad in Florence was definitely a must for me. For some countries, there are multiple different study abroad schools, so you do want to be able to choose a school that's right for you. Florence University of Arts was my #1 pick because I thought they had a really great program in terms of learning about business, as well as mixing cultural aspects in from Italy as well. So first up, you're going to want to attend an Abroad 101 session put on by the Study Abroad office. There is just going to be the basics of why you study abroad, where you want to go, those first steps in taking that process. And then you're going to go to an Abroad 102. So the Abroad 102 process is going to be a little bit more in detail. At that point, you're going to want to know which school you're going to plan to go on to, what semester you plan on studying abroad, and from there they're going to talk to you about credit equivalencies. So once you're serious about studying abroad, you're going to fill out 2 applications. The first one is going to be your Pace University Study Abroad application, and then you're going to pick the host institution's application, where you'll fill out housing and the different courses you'll be taking. After you decide your courses that you want to take abroad, you're going to have to fill out course equivalency forms. Now, this is a really big step that I'm sure the Study Abroad office can explain much better than me, so we'll make sure to give you that URL at the end of this session. But at the Study Abroad office, you will be required to turn in your credit equivalency forms. So in order to get credit for your courses that you're taking abroad, you will have to have these forms signed by the head of each department for the classes. After that, you'll turn those in. The Study Abroad office and the academic offices will look over your forms and make sure that you can get credit for those courses while you're abroad. Credit equivalencies is a big step. You definitely want to make sure you're getting those credits for the courses you're taking abroad, otherwise it would be such a waste of time. So make sure to fill those out and get those done as soon as possible, and the Study Abroad office will be able to help you out with those as well. Next up, definitely take a look at different scholarships on the Study Abroad page that you can apply for to help supplement your travel abroad. I myself applied for the Honors College Scholarship for study abroad and got that, so it was a really great extra help to add on, because when you're over there abroad, you're going to want to take as many experiences as you can, and money can definitely be a hindrance to that. So make sure you have enough in your savings and you're applying to those scholarships to make sure you get the best experience possible while you're abroad. So you're going to need 2 important legal documents to be able to study abroad. So the first one's going to be your passport, which grants you access to the country of Italy and any other countries you want to travel to while you're abroad. And 2 will be your student visa, which allows you to study for an extended period of time in a different country. Applying for your student visa can be a really long process, so make sure you're starting that off as soon as you can and making sure you have all the necessary documents you need when you go to that visa office in your appointment. Try to make your appointment appointment about 3 months in advance to give you time for them to process your paperwork and be able to have your student visa in your hand before you leave the country. Lastly, plane tickets, pack your bags, and you're all set to go. Today I want to talk to you guys about what I wish I knew. What I wish I had someone telling me before I leapt on the plane and flew to Italy for an entire semester. So first up, I want to say start this process early. If you're a freshman and you know that you want to study abroad at least once in your career at Pace University, by first semester sophomore year, I would start the process. Next up, getting your visa can be really stressful. I knew a lot of people that waited to the last minute and had to rush and pay a lot of extra money to get their visa as soon as possible. So try to schedule your visa appointment about 3 months in advance to ensure that you have all the documents you need before you go abroad. Thirdly, bring any must-have products with you abroad. So if you do have any medications, make sure you get those beforehand from your doctor, as well as if you use any hair, makeup, or skincare products, they might not sell those particular brands abroad. So if it is a brand and a product that you cannot live without, definitely stock up on a few, put them in your suitcase, and bring them with you when you go abroad, because you never know what the different cultures are going to have in terms of American brands. Fourthly, plan on getting an international SIM card as soon as you land in your country. Being able to have the international phone plan is a lot cheaper than sticking with your American phone plan and paying for the international fees. So definitely make sure you get a new phone number as soon as you get there so you'll have no problems contacting any family or friends at home. Lastly, bring a camera and a travel journal with you. It's really great to be able to take stock of all of the different experiences you have, because believe me, you'll have tons and you won't want to forget a thing. So definitely write things down as soon as something fun and silly happens or something amazing culturally happens. You'll want to be able to look back at those memories. My study abroad experience was something I'll never forget. These are lifelong memories that you're making, and you'll come back to the United States as a better student and as a better person. So if you're thinking about studying abroad, you've only thought about it a few times, maybe you're unsure, definitely take those first few steps to get the information you need to see if studying abroad is right for you. The Study Abroad office at Pace University has tons of great resources on their website at pace.edu/study-abroad. Thanks, everyone.